Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial. This time we're going to dig into creating and managing projects. So from your dashboard, you do have the ability to quickly create a task, for example, in the to-do widget, but let's look at creating an actual project. So click on the three dots in the upper navigation to expand the mega menu, and we're going to click on productivity. From this tab, we'll see projects, and this is where you can view a Gantt chart, view your projects, or create a new project. So first, let's look at creating a new project. So when you're creating a new project, go ahead and fill out some of these. So we'll give it an example title. We'll choose which client we'd like to connect this project to, if any. We'll assign users or assign a team. Go ahead and give it a starting status. So let's just say in progress. We'll pick a start date and then an end date. You can choose whether or not you'd like this project to repeat. If so, you can repeat it, for example, once every month. Give it a description here. And then you'll see where I've got a custom field. You don't need to worry about this. This is just custom fields for maybe fields you'd like to capture. We'll get into that in another tutorial. So we're going to just disregard this for now. You can choose to add a note to this project if for any reason you need to add additional details. But now, before we save, let's go ahead and switch over to stages and tasks. Let's start with creating stages. But before we do that, let me explain the difference. A stage could be, for example, a project that's got multiple stages. So think of it like creating a website. We've got the onboarding stage, which is where we have to get all the information from a client. Then we've got the actual research and the design stage, each with their own set of tasks, and then development, and then launching the website. So Swell gives you the ability to create stages and tasks within each stage, but not every project may need a stage. So you can certainly just use the Add Task section here to just go ahead and start adding tasks to a specific project. For this tutorial, I'm going to utilize the Stages feature just so we can get a really in-depth overview. So first I'll click on Add Stage, and we'll say Onboarding, for example. And then I can click on the plus icon next to this. This will give me the ability to create a task for this. Just double click to create a task name. So we'll say example task 1, and then you can click off. Now you can click on the task to bring up the additional details. So if I need to create a status for this task, maybe it has its own set of assignees, I can do that as well. All right, let's create another stage, and we'll say this one is design. I'll click off of that and then click the plus icon. I'm going to choose this one is pending. I'm going to assign this to a specific person or maybe more than one, and then I'll give it details, and then I'll just click save. Now notice I didn't click and add a title there, so I can just double click to quickly add a title. So we'll just say design website. And I can continue that further down, and then I can just click on create new project when done. Now this allows you to quickly work with projects, so you can see how you can really get granular with adding and creating projects. Now let's look at actually viewing the projects and what that looks like. By clicking on the productivity section again, this time I'm going to go to view projects. And it's a lot easier to manage projects in Swell now. So you've got the ability to kind of double click and inline edit things. You can add project leads, assign a team to it. You can scroll over and quickly add notes or tasks. But more importantly, one of the features that I like most about it is the ability to switch between the list format. I can look at it across the calendar and see how spread out my team is, or I can look at it in a Kanban style. And when you trigger the Kanban, it'll ask you how you want to group the fields. So you can either group by client or group by status. So you'll see here in the background where this client has several projects, but let's say I want to group by status, and I want to see, all the projects that we currently have pending right now are in progress. And then you can drag and drop these across statuses as you need to, or as your team is completing projects. So that's going to complete the tutorial for projects. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us at the bottom right hand corner of the chat window here.